Hi there and welcome to the final sports jam of the season. I'm John Jacobson.
Well, the season really flew by here, John. This week on the show, highlights from state golf, plus we name our sports jam all-area teams in baseball and softball. But we'll start with the state baseball tournament, where two local squads made the field in Class 3A. After an impressive trip through the Section 6 tourney, the Hopkins Royals found a Lake Conference rival awaiting them in the quarterfinals, Eden Prairie. In the top of the first, the Royals get a good scoring chance as Joey Brettigen drives the ball deep to the wall in right field. Andy Wicklund tries to score all the way from first base, but Eden Prairie executes well defensively, and Wicklund is cut down at the plate. That proves to be the Royals' best chance. In the bottom of the first, the Eagles' Jordan Smith rips it to the gap in right center. Brett Guba scores on the play, and it's 1-0 on a double by Smith. The next batter is Miles Noblo, and he drops in the base hit. Smith comes home, and it's 2-0 Eden Prairie. Eagles pitcher Cameron Mingo keeps the Royals off balance all day. He goes the distance, striking out 4 and giving up 3 hits. To the bottom of the fifth, Cody Wetmore's grounder is booted by Hopkins shortstop Andy Wicklund. It allows Smith to score, and it's 4-0 Eagles. And Hopkins can't muster much offense as they are shut out by Eden Prairie 4-0. The Eagles didn't fare any better in the consolation round, falling to Hill Murray 6-1. The Pioneers scored 5 runs in the top of the 7th to break up a pitcher's duel between Andrew Glover of Hopkins and Lucas Glum of Hill Murray. The Royals finished at 18-8.
Totino Grace pulled off some upsets along the way to win the Section 5 3A baseball tournament. The Eagles' second trip to the state tournament didn't feature the same magic. The Eagles meeting Grand Rapids in the 3A quarterfinals. Bottom of the first, Totino's Ben Peterson singles to center field. Matt STROH scores, and it's 1-0 Grace after an inning. A good start on the mound for Grace pitcher Marco Lucarelli. He fanned Zach Frazier in the 4th inning. It's tied 1-1 through 4. But Grand Rapids goes ahead in the 5th. Jake Bischoff single to left field, scores 1. Peterson with a strong throw home to get David Levy out, but the Thunderhawks add 2 more in the inning to go up 4-1. Bischoff comes up again in the 6th inning and delivers a 2-run single to right. Andrew Geislinger, the second runner in, and it's 6-1. Same inning, Grant Carlisle singles down the line and left to bring home 2 more runs. Grand Rapids breaks it open late, and they go on to rout Totino Grace 10-1. In the consolation bracket later that same day, the Eagles lost a 3-hour, 25-minute, 13-inning marathon to Red Wings 6-5, ending their season. So, Jay, not the kind of ending you'd want to have. I mean, it's great to get to the state tournament, but a tough day for Totino and Hopkins.
And they had to wait an extra day to get it in because of the rain. Not that that had any impact on how things went, but certainly you want to play your best ball at the right time. And I don't think either team would say that. Hopkins just couldn't get the bats going in that one at all.
Time for our first break. Stay with us, though, on the season finale of Sports Jam. Up next, we recap state golf, and then later, we honor the top ball players in the area with our all-area baseball and softball teams. Welcome back to Sports Jam. Along with baseball, the state golf tournaments last week helped to wrap up the spring season.
We had a few teams and a number of individuals from the area in action, including Leah Westling of Osseo in the 3A girls competition. She ties for 53rd with a 181 total. Jill Larson of Maple Grove sinks the par putt on West number 2 at Bunker Hills on the way to a 180 total, tying her for 51st. Wayzata in the team competition. This is Abby Jakeway rolling it down the hill on East number 9 to set up a short putt. She ties for 65th with a 185 total as the Trojans look to repeat as team champs. Brianna Cullimore leads the Trojans with a 77 and then an 80 to place 6th. Liz Bauernfeind on East number 9 is a near miss on the putt here as the Trojans finish 3rd behind New Prague and Stillwater. Cullimore talked about the tournament.
I played pretty well. I shot a 77 yesterday, which was my lowest ever, so I was pretty happy with that. My team not getting first is okay. We're very happy with 3rd place. It's a good feeling. Since we have a pretty young team, we had a lot of people leave last year.
No local boys teams qualified in Class A this spring, but several individuals made it, including 2 who finished in the top 10. On day 1 at Bunker Hills, Dalton Charbonneau of Osseo sinks the par putt on the East Course's 3rd hole. Maple Grove's Jake Herdine makes no mistake with his par putt on East number 5. He finishes with a 36-hole score of 154 and ties for 20th place. On day 2, this is John Dutois of Chaska. Great approach shot on East number 8. He finishes as co-medalist of the tournament with a 2-day score of 142. At West number 3, Wayzata's Andrew Brandt. Nice touch out of the bunker. He would save par. Brandt finishes at 150 and ties for 10th place. At West number 9, Charbonneau in trouble, but he plays a good shot out of the woods and sticks it on the green. But he would 3-putt from there, ending the tournament with a double bogey. Charbonneau finishes in 6th place and said his short game just wasn't there for the tournament.
Those 10-foot birdie putts just weren't dropping. And also my driver I couldn't get in the fairway when I needed it to. So, I mean, I had an up and down day. I mean, when I hit it in the fairway, I made some birdies today, but when I missed the fairway, it really cost me.
Providence Academy's boys and girls golf teams both advanced to state in the Class 2A tournament. Lions senior Maddie Methune teeing off at the ridges at Sand Creek. She turned in the best 2-day score for the Lions. She'll miss on the short birdie putt here, but taps the next one in for par. Maddie shoots 168 to finish in 22nd place. Her teammate Christine Stanke finished 2nd for Providence and in a tie for 38th overall with a 36-hole score of 178. BRECK's Anna Zumwinkle was an individual state qualifier. 8th grader tied for 58th overall. BRECK had one boys qualifier too. Max Schwartzman shot rounds of 77 and 85 to tie for 54th. Providence Academy's Scott Stanke with a long birdie putt on the 10th hole. Good effort on this one. He'd par the hole and finish in a tie for 16th place. Another Lions lefty is Jack McKeon. His birdie try just misses at the 11th hole. He tied for 47th with a score of 160. Here's a look at the final Class 2A team scores. Detroit Lakes won the boys' championship by 1 stroke over Hermantown. Staples Motley wasn't far back in 3rd place. The Lions finished in 6th. Taylor Sunboom of Hermantown won medalist honors. Detroit Lakes wins the girls' title with ease, 35 shots better than Minnewaska. St. Croix Lutheran comes in 3rd with Providence finishing 4th. Kate Smith of Detroit Lakes shot 2 rounds of 70 to win medalist honors. Pretty good golf. And some challenging conditions at times, some wind and rain, but overall they were able to get those in. The bad weather didn't come until later in the week.
I saw a lot of players having a little trouble reading the greens at Bunker Hills too. Some of the pin placements I think were a little tougher than maybe what they had seen during the season, the players that had played there. So overall, pretty good showing by the local teams. No championships for individuals or teams, but overall pretty good season in golf too.
Next up here on Sports Jam, we'll meet the best in the Northwest. We name our all-area softball team, and then later, it's our baseball team. Stay with us. Welcome back to Sports Jam. It's time for our annual look at the top prep baseball and softball players from the area. Here now is the 2012 Sports Jam softball team. Let's start our team with a solid group of pitchers. Maple Grove's number 13, Kaylee Sadler, was dominant this spring. The Star Tribune's Metro Player of the Year struck out a Maple Grove single-season record 280 batters and finished with an earned run average of 0.83. Kaylee was a first-team Coaches Association All-State pick and hit .341 as a batter. Like Sadler, Park Center's number 2, Nicola Tade, is an All-State selection. A 4-time All-Northwest Suburban Conference player, Nicola finished with a 15-4 record this season and an ERA of 0.53. At the plate, she hit .365 and led the Pirates in RBIs with 23. Tade won state titles with the Pirates in both her sophomore and junior seasons. Champlin Park pitcher number 30, Katie Heron, was a huge part of the Rebels' improvement from 5 wins in 2011 to 16 in 2012. Katie pitched the Rebels to the winner's bracket final of the Section 5 3A tournament. She finished the season with an ERA of under 1 and was named All-Northwest Suburban Conference. Our catchers include Wayzata's number 10, Casey Palish. The junior hit .432 for the Trojans this season with a team-high 7 doubles and 3 home runs. The All-Lake Conference catcher also topped the Trojans in walks with 16. Cooper's number 29, Brenna Wallach, hit .500 for the Hawks. The senior knocked in 26 runs while scoring 19 this spring. Brenna was all North Suburban Conference and All-State honorable mention. She hit over .400 in her 4-year varsity career. Park Center's number 23, Jordan Peterson, was a solid contributor to the Pirates' softball success in recent seasons.
Peterson comes back and makes the grab.
This spring, Jordan batted .333 with a slugging percentage of .544. She hit 3 triples with 12 runs batted in for the 16-5 Pirates. Our infielders include Wayzata's number 13, Kelsey Kleist. Kelsey finished her senior year as the Trojans' leading hitter, batting .446 with a team-high 33 hits. She hit 4 doubles and 1 home run and was second on the team in RBIs and was named All-Lake Conference. Benilde St. Margaret's number 9, Maddie Houlihan, enjoyed a great freshman season. Maddie was first-team All-Metro after a year that saw her hit an eye-popping .639 with 40 runs scored and 27 RBIs. She hit 13 doubles with 8 triples while adding 32 stolen bases for the Red Knights. Hopkins' number 8, Lauren Fiegler, was another outstanding freshman. The Royals' first baseman hit .486 with 31 runs batted in, leading the team in both categories. Lauren was All-Lake Conference and named to the All-Section team and is All-State honorable mention. Number 4, Alex Combs of Wayzata, batted .438 for the Section 6-3A runner-up Trojans. Alex was second on the team in hits with 32 and runs scored with 18. She was named All-Lake Conference in her senior year.
So Combs able to circle the bases.
Maple Grove's number 35, Mandy Malk, was a key cog for the state Class 3A runner-up Crimson. Mandy was a 4-year all-conference player for Maple Grove and hit .383 this season while leading the team in extra base hits with 10 and runs batted in with 20. She's a first-team All-State pick who will play for Minnesota State Mankato next year. Hopkins' number 15, Jenny Grayek, was a 4-year standout player for the Royals, playing in 96 games.
Grayek hits this ball deep to left field.
An outstanding defensive player, Jenny was good with a bat too, hitting .383 this spring. She was named All-Lake Conference plus honorable mention All-State. Champlin Park's number 31, Kara Stuckmeyer, was a tough out this spring. The All-Northwest Suburban Conference player hit .339 for the Rebels. Kara helped Champlin Park set a new school record for wins in the season with 16. Our outfielders can cover a lot of ground. Park Center's number 4, Katie Fern, was a tremendous player with the glove and the bat. The 4-year all-conference player hit .577 with 10 extra base hits and a team-high 22 runs scored. Katie was named second-team All-State by the Coaches Association. Maple Grove's number 31, Abby Bennell, was a tough out at the top of the Crimson's potent batting order. Abby led the team with a .440 batting average. She topped the team in hits with 37 and runs scored with 18. Abby was all-conference and honorable mention All-State. It's a terrific collection of talent, the 2012 Sports Jam softball team. And these players just missed but enjoyed fine seasons. Here's a look at our honorable mention selections. Jay's back with a look at the Sports Jam baseball team next.
It was another pretty strong season for baseball in the area. Here is this year's 2012 Sports Jam All-Area Baseball team.
This time he hits the ball well out to center field. Miller going back. He's not going to get this one.
We'll start our Sports Jam All-Area Baseball team in the infield. Our first basemen include Roman Collins of Maple Grove. The first-team All-Metro pick capped a great career for the Crimson, hitting .415 with 8 doubles, 4 home runs, and 26 RBIs for the Northwest Suburban Conference champs. Collins will play in the Lions All-Star Series.
He did his job, and it looks like Roman Collins might have done his.
Sam Christofferson of Osseo is another talented first baseman. Christofferson hit .394 with 6 doubles and 1 home run. The all-conference and all-section pick will play baseball for St. Scholastica next year.
Justin Anderson of West Lutheran hit .500 with 7 doubles, 3 triples, 2 home runs, and a team-high 38 RBIs for a Warriors team that fell just short of a section title. He also won 7 games as a pitcher. At second base, it's Wayzata's Jake Steinbach. Another Lions All-Star, Steinbach hit .384 with 18 runs, 18 RBIs, 10 doubles, and 3 homers, while leading a good Wayzata club in most offensive categories. Also a catcher, Steinbach set to play for Minnesota Duluth in college.
Mix things up a little bit starting off. Now Steinbach jumps on that fastball, drills into center field.
Our shortstops include Logan Hershey of Maple Grove. Hershey moved over from second as a senior to anchor the Crimson D. As a leadoff man, he hit .342 with a .495 on-base percentage, 29 runs scored, 12 RBIs, and 10 steals. Logan's headed to St. John.
And Logan Hershey, a leadoff single.
BRECK shortstop Tyler Hudson had a superb senior season with a .431 average, 6 doubles, 4 triples, 3 homers, 16 RBIs, and 18 steals. He'll play D1 baseball at Lafayette College in Pennsylvania. Champlin Park's Bryce Marquardt had a strong junior season for the Rebels. An athletic shortstop, Marquardt hit .360 with 3 doubles, 3 triples, and 18 stolen bases.
Marquardt driving it out to right center. Long run. They're not going to get this one. And it's a triple for Bryce Marquardt.
Now to third base. Joey Brettingen of Hopkins helped the Royals to the state tournament. A University of Minnesota recruit, Brettingen entered the state tourney with a .362 average, 3 doubles, 3 triples, 2 home runs, and a team-high 23 runs batted in. He's a Lions All-Star pick. Junior Derek Lodermeier of Totino Grace also helped his team reach the state Class 3A tourney. After missing time early with an injury, Lodermeier was a key cog in the Eagles' playoff run, earning all section honors. He entered state with a .422 average, 5 doubles, 1 home run, and 12 RBIs. Our outfielders include Tanner HOLMQUIST of Hopkins. Called the team's best hitter by Coach Neil Lerner, HOLMQUIST led the Royals in 8 major offensive categories. He entered state with a .444 average, 7 doubles, 2 home runs, 31 runs scored, and 11 steals. Sam Morgan of Cooper helped the Hawks tie for second in the North Suburban Conference after 2 league co-titles in a row. The Hawks' top offensive threat and also a capable pitcher, Morgan hit .424 with 4 homers and 24 RBIs.
And Morgan hits this one well, and that'll be...
Jordan STROH was the hitter everyone feared most when facing Park Center. STROH hit .423 with an OPS of over 1,000, leading the Northwest Suburban in hits and average. Behind the plate, Blake Molitor of West Lutheran gained recognition as a top player in Minnesota. The Mr. Baseball finalist hit .542 with 8 homers and 37 RBIs, with an amazing on-base percentage of .674 and a slugging percentage over 1,000. Also a third baseman, Molitor is a Lions All-Star. Our pitchers are led by a pair of dominant Lake Conference workhorses. Ryan POPPITZ of Wayzata earned first-team All-Metro status, reaching double figures in wins for the Trojans. POPPITZ was 10-2 with 1 save and a 1.31 ERA. He allowed just 50 hits and fanned 76 in 71 innings. POPPITZ will play at Concordia in St. Paul.
You get this swing and a miss by Peterson.
Tim Shannon of Hopkins is a University of Michigan recruit. He pitched the Royals to state with a 7-2 record, 1 save, a 1.62 ERA, and 6 complete games. Shannon struck out 64 in 65 innings pitched and is a Mr. Baseball finalist.
Curveball this inning.
We need some lefties, and Tyler Field of Maple Grove fits the bill. The junior went 7-0 with 1 save for the Crimson, with a 2.02 ERA and 49 Ks in 52 innings.
And this one catches the inside corner.
Cooper's ONAS FARFAN is another talented southpaw. Blessed with great stuff, FARFAN went 5-2 with an ERA under 2, with his only losses to conference champions Benilde and Maple Grove. They shine on the diamond, the Sports Jam All-Area Baseball team.
It was a good year for these guys, too. Here are the 2012 honorable mention picks for baseball. And of course, John, we have to thank the coaches. They're the ones who see these guys day in and day out, and their recommendations are what lead to our teams.
Well, thanks to the coaches for softball and baseball. You look at the baseball season, some good teams, 2 teams as you mentioned in the state tournament, but a lot of teams that were very close that could have gone.
Yeah, regular season, if you looked at just that, teams like Maple Grove, West Lutheran, I mean, there were some teams that really had good seasons, and definitely talent in the area, no doubt about it, in baseball and softball.
We'll take our final break. We'll be back to wrap up the show and the season in a moment.
An 18-year-old has been charged with a shooting that critically injured another person.
Last week, one of the vehicles disappeared from this lot in plain sight.
Ultimate goal is to develop an app that gives the visually impaired turn-by-turn directions.
Event organizers say many of the fences here were about 20 years old and were in need of replacing.
Hits this one well out to left field, and that one's going to be in for a hit. It bounces to the fence, a run scores.
The recession took a toll on jobs, but some manufacturers in Brooklyn Park say they can't find enough qualified workers.
One of the largest World War I memorials in the country gets a fresh new look in Robbinsdale.
The Maple Grove hockey team scored a big win over Benilde St. Margaret's. It's the second time the Crimson.
After 34 years in the same route, a Plymouth mail carrier says goodbye.
Discover your neighborhood news.
And stories you can only see here.
Discover 12 News.
Our games of the week are the 2 9-inning games from the annual Lions All-Star Baseball Series. There are 4 7-inning games Saturday at Chaska Athletic Park, preceded by the 2 games Friday, which we will televise again this year. The Metro East plays the Southern Minnesota All-Stars at 4 o'clock, followed by the Metro West, featuring several local players, taking on the Northern Minnesota team at 7 o'clock Friday night. Watch the replays for those games Saturday and Monday evenings here on Channel 12. And that will do it for another season of Sports Jam here on Channel 12, a program that we started back in the fall of 1997. So, Jay, we should have graduated by now.
That's definitely true. Don't forget to clean out your locker, too.
All right,
John, end of the sports season. What's your favorite memory from throughout this school year in sports in the area?
Probably going back to section boys hockey. Maple Grove finally getting through, breaking through in the tournament against Blaine and putting on that onslaught, that 15-1 game where they scored 4 power play goals in the first 5 minutes of the game, and the game was pretty much over from there. It was just a great feeling and great memory for those guys.
Mine's going to come from the winter season as well. Osseo boys basketball, Ian Tyson hits the game winner. Yeah. They take the state championship. Tough way to end it for the losing team, but boy, a great way to end it when you're the winning team in that situation. Well, we will be back with season 15 of Sports Jam on September 10th. Before we go, our annual video tribute to the guys behind the scenes who make this show go every week. Have a great summer. See ya.
Hi there, and welcome to the final Sports Jam of the season. I'm John Jacobson.
Well, the season really flew by here, John. This week on the show, highlights from state golf, plus we name our Sports Jam all-area teams in baseball and softball. But we'll start with the state baseball tournament, where 2 local squads made the field in Class 3A. After an impressive trip through the Section 6 tourney, the Hopkins Royals found a Lake Conference rival awaiting them in the quarterfinals, Eden Prairie. In the top of the first, the Royals get a good scoring chance as Joey Brettigen drives the ball deep to the wall in right field. Andy Wicklund tries to score all the way from first base, but Eden Prairie executes well defensively, and Wicklund is cut down at the plate. That proves to be
Osseo Marching Band Festival on Saturday, June 23rd throughout the streets of Osseo. Find out more at 12.tv.